What if you couldn't read these words?
What if $5 seemed like a small fortune?
What if your baby girl had a deathly high fever and you couldn't do anything about it?
What if instead of savoring that latte, the brown liquid you drank in the morning was dirty water?
What if only 15 out of every 100 people in your community actually had a job?
What if you lived in the land of the free, but all these things were true?
What if? Across the American landscape, freed slaves were being rounded up and sent back by ship to a port along the West African coast. 25 years later, this port they called Providence Island became the capital city of Liberia, renamed Monrovia after the U.S. President James Monroe. In every manner possible, from the duplication of the three branches of government to the design of their nation's flag, the country of Liberia is modeled after the United States of America. Even today, in most Liberians' minds, they are Africa's sister country to America, while in many Americans' minds, the story of Liberia is unknown. Civil war strikes this peaceful nation. In his bid for absolute power, tribal leader Charles Taylor launches a brutal and destructive war against the citizens of Liberia. In teaming with ruthless warlords from Sierra Leone, blood diamonds became his means to finance this reign of terror, overthrowing the government in Monrovia and subjecting the Liberian people to some of the most inhumane and heinous crimes imaginable. He ordered the torture and mutilations of anyone who opposed him. His army was filled with abducted child soldiers, brainwashed to kill indiscriminately. The rape and sexual slavery of women were allowed to flourish daily. Violent and repressive war ravaged the land, making Liberia a living hell on earth. As a result of the ensuing chaos and anarchy, instability swept not only through Liberia, but also throughout the entire West African region. In the span of 14 years, 2 civil wars left the country desolate and destroyed, and the people of Liberia struggling to survive. Water wells left contaminated. Latrines and sewer systems in many villages are non-existent. Wages dwindling down to 50 cents a day make opportunities like education and small business a luxury. Diseases such as malaria and AIDS plague communities. People fatigued from war and uncertain of the future beg for any amount of relief. A country once founded as a nation of the free, now enslaved to poverty. After almost 2 decades of civil unrest, Liberia has now entered into an era of stability and hope. In 2006, Harvard-trained economist Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was elected president of Liberia, also becoming the first female head of state in Africa. From Bono to Laura Bush, this follower of Christ and extraordinary leader has received resounding accolades of affirmation throughout the international community. Her wise and tempered approach to governance and reconstruction of this war-torn country has set Liberia on a hopeful path of becoming once again a healthy nation. But the work has only just begun. Lying on the western coast of Africa, Liberia is perfectly positioned as a shipping port and is home to some of the world's most beautiful and lush rainforests and fertile farmlands. Despite all its potential, a majority of the population lives in extreme poverty, earning wages less than $1 a day, while 85% of Liberia's population remains unemployed. Lack of education, clean water, proper sanitation, and medical supplies contribute to low life expectancies for adults and extremely high infant mortality rates. In fact, half of the population of Liberia is under the age of 18. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes, one of God's masterpieces is being revealed. A multitude of non-profit organizations, as well as the United Nations, can be seen working hard to reach out to the people of Liberia, helping to rebuild a nation. Yet with all the combined efforts, the needs far outweigh the relief on this road to recovery. In hopes of becoming part of the solution, Liberia Now seeks to participate in helping to revitalize the major channels of Liberian culture in a holistic approach, linking the body of Christ and the international community with the needs and opportunities that exist there today. In order for any community to thrive, each channel must function in a healthy manner. The 5 channels of cultural transformation Liberia Now seeks to address are health, education, economics, infrastructure, and discipleship training. One weak link can cause the chain to break. It is the desire of Liberia Now to connect doctors, educators, entrepreneurs, church and community leaders, and individuals whom desire to use their skill set and resources to invest in the Liberian transformation that is taking place today. With a community population of 150,000 people, the Lower Virginia suburb of Monrovia has become the focus area for Liberia Now. Working alongside community and church leaders, our plan is to address the 5 channels of cultural transformation over the next 3 years by the implementation of water wells and latrines, investments into various people's lives through microfinance loans and educational sponsorships, mosquito nets and other medical provisions, and discipleship, evangelism, and pastoral training. Every year, Liberia Now will be sending out teams concentrated on accomplishing these projects that ultimately will be weaved together to mend the mess and bring genuine hope in a community in need. We believe every life counts, and every gift counts, whether it's a one-time financial contribution, a commitment to becoming a sponsor, or a willingness to volunteer with Liberia Now in the United States or abroad. The one thing we can all do is join together in praying for and telling the story of Liberia and why the time for making a difference in Liberia is now.